The NFL is on EA Sports, and we are in Silicon Valley at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago, this crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room, and we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with the Chicago Bears. Robbie Gould's got it on the tee. He kicks it off, and here we go from Levi's Stadium. Fairly short kick, taken at the 14 here. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line.
Entering settings screen, you have 18 options. Menu narration option is set to off is selected.
Great return.
First and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
So here's a first and 10 at the 38.
Come on, 18.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down. Play action. Now Trubisky. And right away, he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Now Trubisky on third and long. He's got his tight end, Burton. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That's a first down with a cherry on top, 31 yards.
And the Bears first down.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for first and 10. Off the play fake, here's Trubisky. Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's second and 18. Here's Trubisky to throw. That is caught by Cohen. And despite the good footwork, he'll be hit and dropped shy of the 45. They'll give him a yard on the play, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on third and long. Throwing here, Trubisky. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it first and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Here we go.
Garoppolo looks to throw. Man open, it's Goodwin. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. On first down, Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That's sacked by Khalil Mack.
21.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
Here we go. 11. Shift. Check nickel. Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Here's the first carry from Matt Breida. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last two plays. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
Here we go.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on second and goal. Now Garoppolo. And this is going to be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. So a pretty shaky start here for both sides.
Yeah, each quarterback's throwing the ball to the other team. Do you think on both sidelines they're sitting them down and saying, okay, remember, this is the color jersey we're wearing. They're wearing the other color. Let's make sure we get it to our guys, please.
They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. Second and 9 now from the 21. Now it's Trubisky. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. We're scoreless after one. The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a third down and long coming up. 49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for third down. From the shotgun is Trubisky. Open man there is Patterson, complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. It's a gain of 26 as they pick up the first down in the process.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Here's Trubisky. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. D4. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. They'll run on second down with Cohen. The broken tackle couldn't create a ton of space. He'll be taken down just beyond the 35-yard line.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. They control the clock, and control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Lock in.
From the gun on third down, it's Trubisky. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Nick Bosa, his second sack of the night.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. That's taken on the 25. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, first and 10.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38, and his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Trubisky. Then the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11. Now Trubisky on 1st down. He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they've targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it? Because those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big catch, it's a first down.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Now Trubisky. Got a man, it's Patterson, complete. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A 24-yard touchdown as his guys are on the board first here tonight. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
This will be fielded at the 6. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Switch!
They run with Breida. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
I know you felt that one.
That's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 3.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. There's Garoppolo to throw. Goodwin able to haul it in. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Here we go. 180!
58, come on.
Hey, alert!
He's got
Two!
Watch the ship. Check the backer.
21. Here we go.
58, boys, 58. 58 to Mike.
Hey, Haywood!
58 to Mike, 58. 58 to Mike.
Garoppolo on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Well, with that incompletion, you know, Charles, one of the big storylines in the final few weeks of the season lies in the AFC South. Tennessee and Houston battling back and forth. Houston won round 1, week 15, a victory in Nashville. But which of those 2 teams do you think has the potential to go deeper in the playoffs?
Well, Tennessee just lost at home to Houston, and now we'll have to go on the road to play them again in week 17. So I would say, on the surface, you would think Houston. They have the quarterback as well in Deshaun Watson that scares everyone. But I'm picking Tennessee as a team that could go deeper because of their defense. That's really a top 5 defense on any given Sunday. Their ability to rush the passer, their ability to play the ball in the air. I like that Tennessee team, and I think Ryan Tannehill, the switch to him at quarterback has really energized that club.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowski to punt this one away. Back deep, Tariq Cohen. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Bears take over.
First and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? NFL, 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
They'll start with a give to Cohen. And this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the 17-yard line.
To the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver.
Tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Now it's Trubisky. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. There he goes, left side. And into the end zone. A pick six for the 49er D as they score the touchdown.
6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Our game as we approach halftime. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Time here for likely one play, and then these two teams will head to the locker room all even.
And you know the play caller's just feeling it right now. Let's go ahead and go for this one. A big shot downfield. Nope. Guaranteed head.
Half, it's Trubisky. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
So they grabbed the lead just before half with a clock reading 0-0-0.
How about snatching things right at the end and grabbing a little bit of control? What a great way to go into the locker room. It's similar to a boxer flurrying in the last 30 seconds of a round and stealing the round. Great job.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Flag! 6. Pull it high. Let's go. 6. 6. I got you. Hey, check 24. Check 24.
Garoppolo after the fake give to Breida. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Akeem Hicks at 6'5", 332 finds his way home for the sack. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Here comes Cohen. 12 yards on the return that time. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10.
At the 49ers, 42-yard line.
Good. 180.
Here we go, D. Hey, it's just me and you. It's me and you. Slam.
On 1st down, Trubisky. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Well timed there by Richard Sherman. A sack on the corner blitz.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Trubisky will throw. Robinson's got it. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down.
Mike 4.
Alert.
Check 4. Say.
Move. Red.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 38, and they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. Well, let's get back to the playoff picture. We talked about the AFC. Let's look at the NFC. That race starting to come into focus. We know most of the teams, Seahawks, 49ers, Saints, and Packers all in. Vikings in good shape. How do you handicap this race? It seems like anyone can beat anyone.
I think you're spot on because if you were going into the playoffs with these teams that we're going to talk about, who would you make the absolute favorite? It could be anyone, right? It could be Seattle. It could be San Francisco. It could be New Orleans. I know Minnesota's probably going to come in as a wild card. Green Bay will come in as a division champ, it looks like. But bottom line is, Dallas or Philadelphia's got to win the NFC East. And I don't know that anyone wants to go to their home field and play when they have to play in a divisional game. So when you get it all together, and maybe that would be a wild card, I would guess, because they'd be the 4th team in. But when you put it all together, it is absolutely wide open about who wins the NFC.
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Prince Amukamara. And the return across midfield into the 46-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to sling this deep downfield, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Hey, watch it.
Hey, ball.
Throwing here, Trubisky. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Well, Charles, while we have a second, we talked about the NFC playoff picture, but I wanted to get your thoughts on a hot topic right now in NFL circles. That's awarding a home game to every division winner, regardless of record. It's happened twice in this decade that we've seen a 7-9 team in Seattle get a home game and a 7-8-1 Carolina team get one. where do you stand on this? Because there's a scenario where you could have a 13-win team from the NFC West traveling to face an 8-win team from the NFC East.
I know I'm a dinosaur on this one. Absolutely. I love the division champ getting a home game. I don't care what the record is, and I know it sounds wrong, and we're in this society now where everything has to be fair and right. And we would like that, and I would like that too for most big topics. But in sports, it's actually kind of cool when these things happen. Remember, Seattle at 7-9 hosted the defending Super Bowl champs New Orleans and beat them. That big Marshawn Lynch run that we'll remember forever. Carolina 7-8-1. They actually lost at home in their playoff game. So you don't know how it's going to turn. I like division champs winning it and getting a home game, even when the records are kind of messed up.
I'm with you. You're making me smile.
How about that? You and I sitting at the home, two old dudes going, that's the way it ought to be.
And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Well, this is a good window right here, partner, to wish happy holidays to everybody out there in Madden Land, and happy holidays to you and yours as well.
Same to you. Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, however you celebrate the holiday season.
Yeah, by the way, speaking of, what is your favorite holiday song? Because I know in the elevator on the way up, we heard Feliz Navidad, and you went into the fetal position.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I feel bad about that because, it's a big hit and all, but it's not my favorite. Silver Bells, as done by Stevie Wonder.
Yeah.
My favorite.
That's classic. I'd have to go Burl Ives, have a holly jolly Christmas. Always puts me in a jolly mood.
I love that because when we watch some of the Christmas specials, there's Burl Ives as the narrator.
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
First down, Chicago.
Stop! 180!
That's the end of the third quarter.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Trubisky. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
From the 39, Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Akeem Hicks able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening.
We won! Pilot, 64, we
58,
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Here we go. 180! 44.
Man, that's trash.
21.
Now a give coming right is Breida.
That's all right.
And across the trap into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Scampering home from 19 yards out as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. Now Gold for the extra point. And no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They start from scratch here, so to speak. 14-all following the interception last time that led to a score. Now they've got it 1st and 10. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys in plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. That's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
He's coming. We got double push.
They try again with Cohen. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now it's Trubisky. And that is incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
13.
Breida, he'll try the right side. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. All tied up, less than 2 minutes to go. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. That's complete. It's Kyle Juszczyk. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Garoppolo now. Just 7 of 15 so far, but he's got a 1st and 10.
Hey, alert! Get wide! 25! Check 25! Check 1, Omaha!
Watch out! Watch twist!
Back!
Here's Breida. And an alley to run. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts.
Here we go.
And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
Check 50. Check 50. Check.
Once again, they run with Breida on 1st down. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
21. 80 weapon. Crash. 21.
They'll toss it to Breida. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
we go. What do you need? And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength.
Showing up. Sponge. No.
Dick.
Check 37.
This is Breida. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
If you're looking for glory, looking to get your name in the headlines, you do not want to play nose tackle. But how about what we just saw there? The ability to hold people up, take on extra blocks, and actually slip them and make a tackle on that play. That's big time.
So a big kick coming for Robbie Gould. This to take the lead here in the final minute. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. And you know, in an era of cost-cutting and maximizing your roster, this is a club that does not skimp on special teams, and in these situations, it pays dividends.
And that's great vision by the organization. When the difference between winning or losing depends on who you have kicking the ball, would you rather have a street free agent out there or a solid pro like this? Answer's pretty evident to me.
Now it's Gould after splitting the uprights to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
We'll see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The 49ers get the win here at home as we say so long from Santa Clara.
Honey, I dash, got it on, smash, foot on the